Alrighty, folks. Good evening, and good morning, and good afternoon, and whatever time it is for you. Hello, and welcome to yet another session of Out of the Abyss. I'm your Dungeon Master, Dungeon Mister, joined by all but one of our players who is late of his own volition. Call him out. But you guys are here.
Hey guys, we're here.
But Weller will be joining us shortly, hopefully. But the story goes on. Before the story goes on, though, don't forget, if you're watching us live, to use those penguin points. And they can actually help out the players or their characters. If you're not watching live, that's okay too. But you can watch it live if you're up for that sort of thing over on the Twitch. Otherwise, we'll see you on the YouTube. And don't use penguin points, because the game's still the game. But before the game is the game, let's talk about the game that was the game last session. So, last time, you had arrived at this underground dance party consisted of your companions dancing around strange, vibrating fungal growths, uncertain as to how to proceed. With the confusion amongst the dancers, they all seemed to be in a state of bliss, or at least subtle enjoyment of the dance, and easily talked to. The Zents were dancing with harpers, even. Eventually, you figured if fungus was the problem, perhaps there was a correct combination of fungus down here that could help you reverse this madness. Dusk and Fungi quickly went off to search for a list of fungus that they came up with together, with Yezebo's magical expertise as well, while the rest of you remained on crowd control. And fortunately, during this, Casmus even fell victim to the dance. You'll hear the word fungus a lot, as I realized. However, given enough time and enough know-how and trial and error, you came up with an aerosol of sorts from other fungus around and cured the madness. As the madness ended, so did the infection of the musical mushrooms within this cavern, leaving only a gross sludge behind. However, you also noticed someone in your retinue was missing. Grazlax offered to look for them, as he knew the way, mostly, to Graven Hollow, and said he'd certainly see you there, hopefully with the missing companion in tow. The rest of you trudged on through the Underdark caverns until you came across a massive, singing basilisk, who was apparently expecting you. He was the guardian of the library and said he would escort you the remainder of the way, never making eye contact. And as you left the horrible, dark, grimy depths, you arrived at a place of light, purity, illuminated caverns and clean waters flowing. Graven Hollow, at least the entrance, massive in scale, even to giant standards, always brightly lit. Here, Veldskar the Basilisk left you to keep watch. As you entered into these grand halls, you were spoken to by a rock elemental, gave instructions on how to be and how to act in Graven Hollow, that rooms would be ready for you when you choose. Vast hallways of illuminated carved stone and statues, and more doorways than you could count, and more levels than you could count. You started to focus as your retinue went to see about lodgings. You met someone in here, asked about your knowledge. A tall, slender, demonic-looking man calling himself Grast. But after a chance meeting in the halls, you utilized the stone speaker crystal in a hall of the past, saw a vision. You witnessed the moment the demonic incursion started. Foul spell gone awry by the Archmage of Menzo Berenzin, Gromph Bainre, the most powerful male in the city. As you witnessed this tear in reality happen in the past, and heard laughter of a drow-like voice, possibly Loth's. But the vision ended and you were met by someone else. apparently a past version of Grazlax, before he had even met you, as this version of him was here to seek enlightenment. You guys didn't want to mess too much with the timeline, and uncertain if you could even. You left most things vague in your discussion. His form left the area, going back to his time. Almost as if an echo, lingering in the halls. But still, in this vast library, yet to see the library keepers themselves and doing research and visions and stones. That is where we're going to pick up, as you guys are currently in this vast space of the past. You're in one single room dedicated to the past.
Well, I got questions for Isabel. Isabel Lass,
Yeah?
do you know Grumpf?
Yes.
Right. How do you know him?
He's a powerful mage, and I studied to be a mage.
Stuttered under him?
Not directly.
Right. You're not a follower of Loth, are you?
No.
Okay. Before I started my curses, I didn't want to offend you.
Okay.
Right, so we know where it started. The Archmage. And we know that Spellwinner I, most likely from that damnable spider. What else can we find out? Cosmos, what do you know with your crystal? It can only be used once a day?
For vision, it seems like it, and I don't really feel anything more.
So, what you can do, I will put this. While you're standing in the archives of the past, present, or future with the crystal in hand, you can choose to receive a glimpse of what might happen, what did happen, or what is happening. You may only receive one such vision from each time phrasing per long rest. So you can receive one vision of the past, one vision of the present, and one vision of the future per day.
So it'll be like working our way to the future. I guess we head to the present then.
Also, while standing at the appropriate archive, you can expend 2 charges to ask a specific question pertaining to wherever archive you are in. You will receive a specific vision. And this works in the library itself. I'll put that in the Discord so you guys can, because it's a lot of words. But essentially, you can see one vision of the past, one vision of the present, one vision of the future, and get a vision. One of the library's choosing. Or, if you have a specific question, you can expend 2 charges asking a specific question to however many charges you want. You could ask them all about the past, all about the present, all about the future. Entirely your call. As many charges.
So which one of those have we done already with the vision that we received?
You witnessed
Vision
a
of
vision of the past
chosen.
of the library's chosen vision to give to you.
The start of this madness.
Any questions in particular we want to ask? Anyone?
There's not much else from the vision. Grumph tried to summon demons, bind them, I assume, and
The
Loth
one.
interfered and made the spell go awry.
Well, one question is
Why?
that is why did he do it in the first place?
I think that'll be an obvious answer, but you can go ahead and ask.
I mean, is it really not a censor? Why would anyone try to do it willingly with the
I would think
chances
that
of?
it was under Loth's command, or to appease her. She wanted him to do it.
Or just that he wanted power. He survived a long time.
Well,
Ask.
then
We know
let's
for
ask.
sure.
It might be a question more for. Certainly, you can ask. It might be a question more for when we work our way to the present, but I am curious as to what Loth's involvement is in current events.
Right? We kill her, that'd be even better.
So something to just keep in mind. But yes, if you have a question to ask here in the past, we might as well.
I don't think she'll come here.
Nor do I, unfortunately, as much as I'd love to cleave her in two with my axe.
All right, and let's ask. Why was the ritual started in the first place?
There's a small hum as you ask that. A couple of crystals glow within this vast hallway, this space that you're in, illuminating with different colored lights before fading rapidly. As if not really a question of a thing that happened, like asking for the library's opinion on someone else's point of view, like reasonings. It doesn't know what to show you.
Alright.
There's a weird warbling noise before it fades.
You can't show us that. Should we maybe ask if this guy's doing anything about it now? And we just cut and run. Maybe it's someone we need to look for. Well, obviously we need to look for him, but we get an idea where he is and if he's doing anything about this.
Right, I'm for that. We find him. We find out why he did it.
That'd
And then
be
we
a
cut him
question
in
for the
two.
present.
Sure.
Would be something for the present, so we need to go back to remove the present.
Right. Well, we need to ask a question about the present so we can find where to go. I gotta be honest, this one is how did it start? So what do we want to know about presently? Seems like this all started in Menzo Baranzan. I assume that you want to know the current status, or do you want to know where the demons themselves are?
I think our best bet would be to know where the demons, where there are currently incursions.
Right. There's a lot of the demon lords. I know we sent one back to the abyss. Temporarily, or I don't know. But which one? Which one are we most concerned about?
It doesn't know Weller intentions of people.
Right.
It didn't show us anything with that question. It just has.
Yeah, like to learn someone's motives or feelings is often going to be a hard thing for things to be shown to. Unless I mean, not everything. There might be some specifics, but absolutely. I mean, you can always ask. You don't know until you know.
Yeah, I think that was just like we saw with the Archmage. I wondered if there was like a catalyst event that the library would show us from Lolth's point of view that caused her to want this to happen, assuming that she wanted it to happen.
Let's say as you're thinking about that, give me an wisdom. What kind of check is it to look for shit? I forgot that one.
Isn't it just straight wisdom?
Yeah, I think it's just a wisdom check, yeah. Give me a wisdom check, Weller. As you try and ponder
Oh yeah.
where in this library something like that could be, it escapes you.
No fucking clue.
You're not sure
A lot of
anything
stuff
like
escapes
that,
Weller.
not sure anything like that would even be here. And if it is, it must be buried so deep. In a distant hall, unknown to your thoughts in this time.
Right. So the demon princes we know about are the Great Cedar, this ooze, you said is Jubilex,
Jubilex,
And-
Zuckmoy,
Zokmoy, and Demogorgon.
and the Demogorgon.
Perhaps we can start there, as that's kind of seems to be the trail. Either that or we could discover what's actually going on with the wedding. And see how long we have to stop it. Two demon princes married. Don't seem good.
I'd be the future.
Alright.
The present, I am not too sure what we could try to see.
A lot you can see. Really, just entirely up to you guys. What do you guys want to learn while you're here? Make a list. I don't know.
I mean, besides knowing where it started, I want to know kind of where the demons spread out from, but that's a past question.
You are
Well,
independent.
probably
You can
the-
absolutely ask something like that.
I'd like to know.
So,
Go ahead.
what exactly is your question? So I can.
Well, I was thinking you'd ask, I'd want to know where the demons headed out from. At least a few of them, but we know where certain ones are. As far as past, maybe save your questions and we'll go to the present. We could ask about the location of Demogorgon currently. Kind of so
current
we
locations.
don't. In the present time. Current location of the Demogorgon, I assume the Great Cedar, or you said Zuckmoy,
Zuckmoy is gonna get married to the Great Cedar.
in the Grove. So you know where that's at. You've been there, right?
We've been there.
So
Twice.
let's ask. You didn't stop it. All right. And then
Well,
let's
we didn't
find out.
stop it because we didn't see any. We didn't see Zuckmoy herself. We heard about the wedding and the preparation. We saw the preparation. But we haven't seen Zuckmoy. Otherwise, we would have stopped her.
Aye, good on you, lad. All right, let's ask about the location of the Demogorgon currently, the whereabouts and the destruction it's wreaking on the Underdark.
In the past,
No, in the present. You have
The
to think
present?
of it with your mind.
all right, and let's try to find a room for the present.
Right.
Well, so it's not specific. Yeah, it's the room for the specific question to be found. Because there are many rooms for the present, many rooms for the past, many rooms
So-
for the future. It's all about finding the appropriate room to kind of align with the specific question you ask.
Which, like, well, let's put that. Which question do we think is more important?
I think Weller's question there is quite more important.
What is Weller's
think that's-
question?
He's gonna make you say it, lad.
I am. I don't care about the squeaking.
That's why I typed it in chat.
Yeah.
So
Good.
yeah, my questions would be, what is Lulf's role in the current events? Is she still actively pulling strings, or is she letting things go unchecked and wreak havoc throughout the Underdark? Which, like I said, I think would be more of a present question. Is there any other allies? Are there any other allies down here working in tandem? Don't laugh! Don't you laugh! You've wanted this.
I'm amused, okay? The squeaking, it's amusing. I can
Are there
relate.
any others down here working in tandem, sharing our same common goal that perhaps we could link up with to bolster our numbers? And then, obviously, the most pressing would be a very serious question, Timber, is how best to banish a or the demons. You can tell because he got really excited with his squeaking. He agreed.
I
Right.
could
Banish
tell.
the demons with squeaks.
There's a little rock dog next to you guys, just scrunching rocks that make little squeaky noises.
Good pup.
Roxy, sit, Roxy.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's just your bullet.
That's it. It was Roxy.
Yeah.
Roxy eating rocks is making the squeaking sound. We got it. It's canon now.
Yep.
Right. So we want to know Lot's role in the current events.
Yeah. Is that the question? And who's wanting to seek this question throughout the library, throughout the halls, wanting to take under its guidance?
Sounds like you, lad. Sounds like
Right.
Casmus. Just focus your mind. That's how I found this room.
All right, and this wisdom check.
Yeah, give me a wisdom check.
That one.
As you start wandering the halls, roll me a d20,
And still somehow higher than mine.
right?
10.
10. Reroll that one.
11.
Okay. As you're feeling the sensing of this room, where it could be in the library, it's twisting, and you go down several floors, enormous hallways. You spend the better part of an hour just kind of searching for that feeling and that kind of like illumination of crystals. It's just vast hallway after vast hallway, and there are other stairwells. It's seemingly an endless expanse of stone halls. You would see, staring at the room that you think you should be going into, a tall, slender form of a stone giant. Scratching his chin, you hear the crunching of his skin as where he kind of pinches, like almost nervously.
I'll call out to him. Hi. Are you alright?
Turns towards you. As he does, everyone but Callan would recognize this guy. This is the Stone Speaker, Graham. ponderously looks over you. Gives you a nod. Are you in trouble, spirits? He kind of
Not at this
eyes
moment.
around. I see. What is your purpose?
I'd first ask, are you past, present, or future? I don't know you.
Am I... What an odd question. To answer a
is-
question with... Perhaps I should rephrase it. Do you have a purpose? Or
Aye,
have you found it?
both.
Are your companions as mute as the stones of the Underdark? Only
No,
heard
we're-
in whispers.
Curious, you referred to us as spirits.
I think I'm still alive.
When you
Spirits
are the
are
spirit to
not-
us.
As he stops and looks at Weller. You may yet be the wisest spirit I've ever spoken to. Seemingly intrigued, kneels down to almost Weller's height, still a good, few feet above him, but kneeling down. Tell me, whiskered drow, what have the stones told you?
Oh, I'm not the one that speaks to the stones, or the stones speak to me. They talk to our buddy Casmus here. I'm curious though. Do we look familiar to you? Have you seen us before? Have we met?
Kind of looks around slowly as you hear the grinding of his stony features. Smiles, so slightly, intrigued. You are a ponderous one indeed. Perhaps you feel the stone more than most. Perhaps you hear it. I do not wish to convey its secrets. Ponderous indeed. Nay, I do not recognize the likes of you, small folk.
Then we must still be in the past. For we have met you. We've worked for you, done quests for you, helped you, I guess is what I'm looking for.
You.
So, indeed, you
Yes.
are the spirit to us.
This library holds echoes of the future still. Future that I have not even witnessed. Intriguing. Intriguing.
Well, if it's any consolation, we have met and we have helped you and your kind, and we are friends, maintain a friendly relationship. In fact, you gave my friend and compatriot here, Casmus, a Stone Speaker crystal as a reward for us assisting you with what reasons, can't go into detail. But just know that we are allies.
Wise indeed. Or perhaps you from the future telling me that I have given you a stone speaker crystal, which yet I do not even have myself, has caused me to go out and seek one, only to give it to you, and that may be why you have one.
Perhaps.
Are you
This
the
is a
cause
fortuitous meeting.
or the effect? Does the rock ripple because the stones have fallen? Or does the stone fall first?
If I had to guess, being that in our timeline we have already met you, and in your timeline here you have not met us yet, then perhaps this is the catalyst for you to go out and seek the crystal that you will eventually give to us. And then I'll motion towards the crystal on, I think, Casmus, you carry it on your back?
It's in his hand right now.
Oh, okay. There we go.
I suppose that this could be the catalyst that causes the stirring quake, or perhaps I will be given one as a gift from the librarians. Perhaps. You are ponderous small folk. Thank you, spirits. You have given me much to contemplate, and ask the stones. Hear their whispers. I will heed your words, as though they were my own. I will remember you. He stretches up, steps through the doorway, turning and walking, as if I'm done with this conversation. I don't need to say bye. And as he steps through the door, his form just shatters before turning into this mist of nothingness that is gone. And in the doorway you can see before you, it is labeled the present, which would say above it a specific thing, certainly.
Welcome.
They each say something.
Hey, y'all.
Yeah.
Howdy.
Archives of the present. The present is like sand, ever flowing and escaping one's grasp without mercy or respite. It is written in Dwarvish or Giant. And seemingly you can all understand it either way.
Like sand through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives.
Yep.
Yep.
So this is the room then. All right.
Seems like it.
And you know that giant
Yes.
is the one that gave you
he's
the crystal.
He's the one who gave us the
Yeah.
crystal.
I
see.
We've met him.
Thanks, guys.
We met them in Gracklestug.
Yeah, out of everyone that we met at Gracklestug, nicest, probably best relationship coming out of there.
I believe it. There's not much good out of Gracklestug, but knowing that there's stone giants there brings me some hope for the area at least.
Yeah. They keep to themselves mostly.
They had some crazy corruption stuff going on, right? Weren't they being corrupted and we had to save a guy, but
Yeah, but we helped them out
he had two heads.
as far as I can understand.
yeah, he had 2 heads.
Oh,
Last we saw him, he still had 2 heads. I think they were trying to help him, trying to nurse him back to health, but Yeah, things weren't looking good for him. I mean, things aren't looking good down here, period. So it's kind of all relative.
Well, are things ever looking good down here?
Well, I
Demon
mean-
aside?
Casmus, come on, you know me. How long have we traveled together? You know my motto: everything sucks down here. But
Exactly.
I'm trying to be a bit more positive. We got topside, and that kind of renewed my faith in everything. And then we came back down here. So
Right. But we did slay a demon prince, and that's something to be proud of, lad.
it's true. That is true.
That, trust me, I'm writing a story about it and all of you and our time slaying the creature.
Yeah, just make sure it's Weller. Don't forget the second L. Sometimes people only put one.
Wheeler.
Why'd they do that? You'd be Wheeler.
Yeah, tell
You're
me
wel-
about it. I know it's weird.
Well, I guess this is the room.
And then Weller does like a little twirl of his gold mustache, and he's like, "Tink tink." Don't forget that.
No, I would not forget that. That's a fine
All right.
mustache if I've ever seen.
All right.
Thank you.
Let's see what vision the crystal is going to give us of the present.
Well, are you asking any specific question using 2 charges of the crystal?
Well, yeah, but ask the what is Lot's role in the current event.
Fair enough. As you step into this library room of the present, there would be what looks to be glass tomes and what looks like books made of crystal. They are just crystals themselves. As you ask this question, they start to resonate and harmonize, brightly lighting up and illuminating the space, almost shooting beams of light as they start to web across. As everything around you grows dark aside from that webbing. Crawling, creeping upon this webbing, you see a giant, black, bloated arachnid with the head of a female drow, nestled within these webs, all around her. Thousands upon thousands of gray eggs stretching out as far as you can see. You behold the true form of the demon queen of spiders. As her head creaks, you hear the skittering of something in the distance. As she looks towards each of you individually, she sees you. She knows you're looking at her. You can feel her fury as she just gives a deep scowl. Eyes burning into your mind, and her mind reaches out towards yours. You hear this ungodly, unearthly shriek of rage. As if stretching out thousands upon thousands of miles in an instant. Thousands of realities and planes shifting in front of you. Darkness, darkness. Horror upon horror, just all in a blink of an instant. As the powerful wards within Graven Hollow quickly echo in your own mind. As the webbing disappears. And the vision is quickly torn away. I will like everyone to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Oh, good.
Nice job.
Very nice indeed. Weller and Fungi,
Oh,
Now, do they do get the +4, right? They're right next to me. Does
It's a
that count?
fast space. I'm gonna say
I'm in his pocket.
roll me a d6, Fungi and Weller. If you roll a 1, 2, or 3, you're near Callan. If you roll a 4, 5, or 6, you are not.
Damn it! I should have waited until you finished that.
Fungi is near Callan, and this light flickers around you. Weller, I would like you to roll me a d100, please.
I mean, honestly,
Crazy.
like, yeah, narratively, it probably makes sense. D100, you said?
Yes.
All right. There we go.
Oh,
Interesting.
Is it? Is it?
And now roll me another
How
d100.
interesting. Oh, it's that
Oh,
interesting.
that's interesting.
As Weller,
Okay.
spider webs fill your eyes, fill your eyesight as you can feel them. The spiders creeping around in your eyelids. You can feel them under your skin, in your ears, in your mouth as they start to spill out. Your eyes roll into the back of your head as you drop unconscious. And you guys would see a flash of webbing over Weller as he just drops with a clatter to the ground.
For a split second, I thought you were going to say drop dead. I was like, this is how
Wow.
Weller ends. Wow. Okay.
Lad, I'm gonna
Bang.
like grab him by the chest and kind of like smack him. Lad, can you hear me?
start tearing webbing off.
There is no webbing on him. It's just this quick flash, and it's gone.
Oh, just flash.
The wards in Graven Hollow kept whatever it was at bay well enough, but not well enough for this quick flicker of you witnessing the queen of the demon web pits herself.
Aye,
Some
and
would
we
say
pissed her
not
off.
Weller enough.
As he has passed.
Is he
above
breathing?
that. Give me a
He's
medicine
breathing?
check.
I'm checking for breath right now.
13. He's breathing. It's shallow. His pulse is fast, but faint. I'm not sure what's wrong with him.
great.
All right, I'll grab him. I should probably try to find the stone giants, the keepers of this place, see if they can do anything about this.
Before we leave, anything we want to know about the present? More about the present?
I'm holding Weller's body like firemen carry. I'm like, not at this time. We can. We're gonna be here a little bit.
Okay, then let's head so you can get some rest.
Well,
Just
I want to
having
know.
flash. Go ahead. Mine's a
No,
dumb
go ahead.
comment. I was gonna say I'm just having flashbacks to Monday, and I'm like, your character loves holding my character. We got a theme going on.
Right. Yeah, I'm just carrying him, and I'm like,
Where are
I
you
don't
guys
know what's
headed?
wrong with him. I'm gonna think of a place of healing. Like I'm gonna actually like focus my mind on a place of healing.
Give me a wisdom check. You start to wander the halls. Callan starts wandering off while you guys follow, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Roll me a
But all
d20,
flow.
Callan.
I don't know if I think that's good. That's probably not.
I mean, none of them have been bad so far. So
You see a stone giant walking the halls after about 15 or so minutes, looking around, dressed in kind of a long skirt and this almost large stone staff. Some sort of headdress or crown top his head, also of stone.
I'll call out to him. Die! Help!
Looks. Starts to slowly walk over towards you. Yes, little ones. You require
one of-
assistance.
Aye, that I do. I'm Callan Stonesong, and we saw something we shouldn't, I think. It touched this one's mind, and he just fell. He's barely breathing.
I am sorry for your comrade. I don't know if there is anything I can do for your drow companion. However, I have come here for other reasons. Crosses his arms. You are a dwarf. Yet you
Aye.
travel with drow.
Aye.
Along with creatures unknown to me, some form of myconid, and a walking bear.
Bear.
Bear?
Oh, the tabaxi. He's a cat.
I am unfamiliar with cats. I am Yaln.
Well met, Yon.
Hi.
Hello.
Why have you sought an alliance with the likes of these strange fellows, an elf to boot? I am told your kind doesn't take kindly to most elves.
I know a few good ones. I know a few good drow too.
Don't
It
they say the
happens.
enemy? Don't we say the enemy of my enemy is my friend?
That's not a dwarven saying. The enemy of my enemy is also my enemy. But
And
regardless.
it's a human saying.
Oh, that makes sense.
Humans.
Temporary alliances.
What is that?
They're kind of like elves, but without the pointed ears. They don't live as long.
That is a shame.
Hey, all live in the surface. Usually don't go and come down here.
I have never been to the light above. Intriguing. So you have mixed reviews of the enemy of your enemy, or the enemy of your friend, the friend of a friend. This is
I
all
like
so
friend of a friend.
confusing. I am here
I didn't mean to
seeking
get it
whether or
all
not
up.
I should gain an alliance or not. Strange
Who are you seeking out?
bedfellows. The bearer of the Cairngorm crown.
Do I know what that is?
Give me a history check. With an 8. No.
Mm-mm. I don't know what that is.
They're dwarves of shadows. I've been unkind at times, yet an alliance could prove useful. I am sorry for your friend here, ally, enemy of an enemy, as he looks over Weller. I will not find the answers with you. I wish you luck
That's
with
it.
your findings here in Graven Hollow.
You as well, but I wouldn't trust the Dark Dwarves.
That is yet to be seen. I
wish you the
appreciate your
best.
words either way.
Be well, and the blessings of Dimethorn upon you.
He nods at that. Starts walking away. Actually, down the direction you guys were coming from. You hear his stone staff, walking stick, beating against the floor. He does take a curious eye at Dusk more than anyone, because definitely a curiosity like he's never seen, thinking you were a bear. But as he walks on, the form of his dissipates, but you still hear the echoing of his stone walking stick. As Weller regains consciousness.
And I'm just holding him.
Oh God! She knows. She knows we're here. She saw us.
Aye, she did, and we pissed her the
She
fuck
did.
off. Which is good.
Shit.
That made me smile a little bit. I'm just glad you're alright.
No, wait. Why are you holding me?
You passed out.
Help.
You passed
Right.
out, buddy.
Right.
You fainted.
But
You just
I'm
fainted.
awake now. Why are you still holding me? That's more my question.
Because you haven't got on my arms yet, lad. Alright, I'll
Not
just
good.
drop him then. Alright,
I'm not
lad.
gonna lie. Okay. I'm not
Is
gonna lie.
that better?
It felt safe. But yes, thank you. I can walk now.
Yes, he was unable to
Actually,
awake you in the traditional fairy tale manner, although he tried numerous times.
Wait, he kissed me?
No, I
Yeah.
smacked you a
Didn't
couple
say that.
times. It's the dwarven fairy tale.
Oh, I'm not familiar with those. But
Yeah,
you understand. Listen. All right, we can get
Oh,
back to
thank
you
you.
carrying me in a moment. You understand what this means? She saw us. I don't mean that she
Yes.
just happened to glance our way. She literally
She
saw us.
Yes.
She's aware. She's aware that we are moving against her. Time is of the essence now, if it never was before.
It
Yeah.
depends on the state of the library. If we entered and time stopped while we were here, then
She saw us. She
She
looked at every single
doesn't-
one of us.
Yeah, she doesn't seem to abide by the rules of the library if she was able to see through us looking at her.
She's almost a god, if not a god, so she definitely knows. She saw all of us. There's
Well,
no denying that.
I'm not saying that we rush our time here, but we need to be cognizant of the fact that she is aware of our move against her.
aye, and we pissed her something off fierce, which I can appreciate.
Yes.
Knowing that I made a god angry, especially one as vile as her. Trust me, it'll be added to the tales.
Listen, you'll hear no qualm from me about any love lost between Loth and I, but
I may be a chance to strike at her and destroy her.
yes, but it would be ignorant to believe that she's not powerful. So we should be cautious
Aye.
Yeah.
and move with a certain speed and determination.
Right. I was trying to find somewhere to heal you, but since that doesn't seem to be necessary, since you're lying around.
Weller's saying all of this from the floor.
From the ground?
Yeah, he hasn't stood up.
Yeah.
With Callan saying that, he's like, "Oh, yes," and gets up and dusts himself off. Where at present we ask the question, or is there anything else to ask here? Do we continue? What more do we need to know? I'm sorry, I was out.
We were gonna get help for you, but now you're awake.
Yes.
We could see if there are more people currently trying to stop them, like you asked earlier.
That's a
And
good
If
question.
they're sharing our same goal.
Yeah.
It might be worth asking to see if we have any other allies in this fight. Not that I'm not confident in our abilities, but if there are others in the Underdark that move against Lolth and the demons, it would be helpful to know.
I think we can take one demon prince, no problem. We've proven, but I don't know about a host of them.
But did we really take that demon prince? I mean, did we
Aye.
banish him, or is he going to come back?
Depends
I don't-
how long the rift is open.
That way, we have no way of knowing.
You want to do the honors, Weller, and think about possible allies, or you want to? Well, someone else.
I'm not a smart man.
Jenny.
I'll give it a shot.
But are you wise?
No, no, not at all.
Give me a wisdom
I'm-
check.
I'm smarter than Cassius is smarter than these wise.
Yeah. All right. Wisdom check. It's an ability check, so I can
Yep.
burn
Ability.
second wind if I need to.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
With an 11.
How does that work? What is that? Tactical mind?
Yeah. The
Spend a use
D10.
of second wind to push yourself. So it's a D10 on top of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. I'm gonna do that. I couldn't remember if it was a replace or a add on top. Please don't fuck me.
14.
With a 14.
It's not great. I'm gonna use knowledge of a past life. That's what Fungi always says, right? I'm gonna try
That is what he said.
Yeah.
that.
You
as-
try real hard.
As
Yeah.
Weller, you get a feeling, you get a ping. It's gonna be
Wonder
up,
ping
up,
only.
up a ways. You think you got something going. Like, yeah, you know what? You get a feel for the library. You definitely got it. You want to know if there's any allies. You know where to ask. See if there's good. Something that would fit your goals. Dispensing of the demons and the demon lords who have entered the material plane. As you all together follow Weller's intuition. Going up a few flights, overlooking a great balcony in this massive well, as this balcony kind of circles around it. You can see at least a dozen floors below, and the ceiling's right there. Like about 30 feet away. Are you on the top floor? You didn't think you were, but maybe you are. Glowing, beautiful rainbow coloration. There would be two figures overlooking this space. A withered drow clad in dark, flowing robes, and a hulking, gray-skinned monster resembling a spiky humanoid toad, wide mouth full of razor-sharp teeth. The drow's pinched and lined face speak to his great age, the red eyes narrow, and praises you carefully, and starts to approach.
Do I know what the
Yes.
thing is with him?
Yes, take this one.
You
The
can give
whole
me an Arcana check,
matriarchal
Cal.
society.
Oh,
All right. And you. Alright.
Nah, it's some big frog monster. You don't know.
I don't know.
hello.
Hello. What brings you to Graven Hollow?
Knowledge.
As he
I mean,
looks back again towards the large gray toad, and perhaps you were wrong, Cleve.
wrong about what?
Oh, he had the assumption that you lot were here for a similar purpose. But if you're here just seeking knowledge, perhaps I was mistaken. As he smiles briefly. When he smiles, his face goes from a frown to flat-lipped.
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't ever really smile.
Mm-hmm.
But perhaps we were mistaken.
Do
Apologies.
you not seek knowledge to defeat your enemies before going into battle?
To defeat enemies. That's a little more specific, while still being quite vague.
I think you're gonna have to give
Yes.
it up on this one, lass.
Yes, I had a good feeling about this. We came here for a reason. It led us here for a reason. Maybe
Graven Hollow
let
has a
the
way
cards show.
to lead you where you need to go, or towards where you want to go. So if you seek knowledge to defeat your enemies, perhaps I am here. I am the knowledge to defeat your enemies, perchance. What say ye?
We were just asking if there was anyone who had the same goals as us. And
What a
that's the knowledge that we were seeking.
coincidence. What would your goals be? If you don't mind me asking.
We are trying to reverse the demon incursion and potentially take out Loth.
His eyes widen, eyebrows both raise. The wrinkles show more and more in his expression. His mouth almost goes agape for a moment. I guess you went wrong after all, Cleve. He gives a slight nod / bow. I am Vizarin Devere. This is my companion, Cleve.
Well, Matt,
I was
Aye.
quite certain there was some sort of demonic invasion underway. And if you oppose Loth and her tyranny, then we could be allies indeed.
would Yisabeau know House Devere?
Give me a history check?
Question mark?
Yeah, give me a history check. Yeah.
All right.
You're not familiar with it. It rings a bell, but you can't put your finger on where you've heard it.
Okay.
We have come here to see if our suspicions were correct about this demonic invasion. And you have just given it.
Oh yeah, Benzo Baranzan is pretty much gone.
He doesn't seem upset, or seems more indifferent about you mentioning that.
How did you pronounce his name? Vizarin?
Vizarin Devere.
Vizarin. Vizarin, before we offer up much more information, yes, I'm sorry, but
Oh, by all
okay.
means.
what you have to understand, even amongst our party, those of our ilk that are, how we say, not fans of Loth are few and far between.
You'd be
What?
surprised at how many there are under her own houses that oppose Loth.
Perhaps
Queen.
I would be. Happily so, but could you speak to your own motivations?
My own.
Aye.
They would be multifaceted. Number one, as a male growing up in Menzo Berenzin, not given much freedoms. Though I did graduate and excel at Sorcerer, I have also made enemies with other houses, those who kiss the ring of the Queen. They would be no friends of mine. I am surprised to see, looks to Yuzabo, one such as yourself, out of her service. Her priestesses not treat you right.
I spent a lot of time alone.
Well, then it's all for the better. I have opposed the tyranny of Loth and her priestesses for centuries. Now,
I like this guy already.
As a
of course you do.
sorcerer, as you said, did you happen to study under the Archmage Grumph?
His face turns into the worst, hateful
no.
scowl you have ever seen. That blasphemous. Yes. I have studied alongside, never under Grumph Bainray. No, the devious lout. Political. I am no friend of his, I can guarantee. As his look is that of just utter disgust. You can even see Cleve, his spiky toad friend, standing at about 8-9 feet tall. Also, his muscles kind of start to tense up. This large toad humanoid. He looks like this, if you're curious.
That was my guess. Yeah.
Nice. Weller in this moment, a smirk comes across his face and a fire ignites in his eyes. His mustache has a little gleam.
I assure you, I am
noticing his reaction.
I am his better in every way, except for political, lying, assassination, and conniving. That was his specialty, not mine. Mine is the art.
Weller looks back to the group, throws a glance back their way, and
I guess give you a thumbs up, yeah.
Nods and says,
Mhm.
"This is who we were looking for."
Yeah.
Yes. Fill him in.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure he can be trusted at this point. A reaction like that doesn't lie.
Absolutely. And I describe to him the vision that we had, and I tell him that a ritual started by Grumph is the catalyst that opened the rift and let the demons out of the abyss.
Having a hard time keeping his composure while you're explaining this.
I'm going slow and
It's painstaking. Every word you utter is like nails on a chalkboard to his ears.
Yeah.
But he is keeping his composure. Never once do you see his hands, but you do see movement under his robe as almost you can imagine there's definitely like hand clenching. That fool Grumph brought the demon lords down upon us, with his demon queen pulling his strings all the while. He has given Loth free reign in the abyss. My own research led me to believe that Grumph used Faerzef to achieve such a summoning. Though I am sure the fool didn't intend this result. Imbecile. I have not come intending to find any specifics, that you have piqued my interest. What have you looked into? What do you intend to look into? What do you think I should look into?
Before we
we-
get into all of that, I
Yeah.
think it's your turn. What brought you here? Graven Hollow isn't exactly a
As I
point of interest
said,
you happen to stumble across.
I had an inkling that there was going to be a demonic invasion, or that one was already in place. Tinges from the abyss could be felt. To those with a keen arcane sensitivity such as mine, I came here to see if those findings were true, and you seem to have assured me, if you are trustworthy, that is, that yes,
So,
the incursion and intrusion of demons upon this world is indeed happening.
so as a sign of good faith, would you mind sharing with us the questions you have already asked of the library and or visions you've received, so as not for us to repeat the same, and as we've shared with you what we've learned?
Cocks his head. Visions. What do you speak of?
Oh, you don't see things?
You have one of their stone speaker crystals, don't you? To access the archives, of course. No,
It
this
was given
makes
to us
sense.
by someone else outside of the.
Oh, that is perfectly fine. How you attained it is of your own. I wasn't assuming you stole one. But you are fortunate to have one. No, I have not seen visions. But I have read a few books here or there, tomes. Perhaps we are looking in different places, because I don't have a crystal myself. Please remind me about that. The toad form just looms over the entire conversation. Gives a shrugging nod as it's like, yeah, okay, whatever. Well, Grumph would have been my first guess. As he is powerful, he is also a fool.
Would you know how to reverse his spell if you?
Well, I wouldn't want to rush your time here in Graven Hollow, but yes. I could, of course, reverse whatever that fool has done. I could even save you months of research, apparently time we clearly don't have. You and other information has confirmed my theories, and if I could do a little more research, a day or two, I could certainly find a way to banish the demon lords back to the abyss. Of course, we can only do this if we work together. If you are willing and daring enough to directly challenge them. The demons, that is, and the lords. Or perhaps foolhardy is the better word.
No, we slain one already.
Yeah,
Sure
we
you did.
Defeated one. They
yes
haven't
to
necessarily slain it. We defeated one.
yes to
Right.
all of those questions. I guess
thought-
I'm just curious as to what's in it for you.
Seems like the ending of Loth.
Alright, I'm
He
all for
smiles
that.
at that. There's more to it, for sure. Again, I'd have to research a few small things here or there before I head back to my tower.
I don't know. We can go off of Yez, or can I do a separate history check if Weller has any knowledge of the house?
Yeah, give me a history check.
I'm just curious with. Yeah.
Yeah, you've never heard
So
of
I'm just okay. So I'm just curious. Neither one of us,
I've
like
heard
not
of House
meta,
Devere.
not metagaming, knowing our roles, but like with us, our characters not having knowledge of his house. If his house is in good standing, and if not, is that why he?
Or a
It's kind of
lesser
on this
house. Like
vengeful quest.
there's plenty of
Okay.
reasons, but yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, there's plenty of reasons why you wouldn't know his house name. There's a bunch of lesser ones, and there's a bunch that have been destroyed. There's, this and that.
Okay.
Mhm.
That's
And he's
fair.
old as shit. Like he's
And
the
if we're not
oldest drow you've ever
political-
seen.
He looks good though.
Look at those
That's great.
wrinkles. No, doesn't get that much bigger, but he's you don't see elves wrinkle very often, and he's got them.
He's
Right.
a wrinkly elf.
I'll ask a question since you seem to know quite a bit about demonkind. How long will they stay banished after you destroy one of the princes? We defeated Farzarub in Manth Durl. Mantle Dareth.
Mental
Mental
death.
death.
Yes. How long will they stay banished for? I'm uncertain. Again, I'd have to do probably a day or two of research.
I feel like it's kind of like throwing a cat out the window with the door wide open. There's still a rift.
If we undo what the foolhardy archmage has done, then theoretically they wouldn't be able to come back unless someone else were to do something similar. Which we wouldn't.
Would you know what threat Loth sees in the mortal realm that stirs her to act?
I would wager it's not the threat that she sees out here. More that she wants the abyss for herself. She has seemingly pulled Gromf Bainray's strings to get him to summon them here. In effect, banishing them so she could have a kingdom all to herself. That
She
would
wants
be
all of
my
them
guess.
here.
So they are
So
not
the
there.
abyss is empty.
Only hers
And she
and
can
her
rule.
kind.
So she doesn't care about what happens to the Underdark.
She
We're-
is
we're
an
just-
uncaring goddess, if there were any.
Chaos.
We're just a ring for her.
Just pawns in our game.
You are less than pawns. You're
We're a
bystanders.
playpen.
You are just here,
Yeah.
unknown to her.
So she's not controlling them. She just wanted them here,
Out.
preoccupied with the
No
Underdark,
one
so she
can
could have control of the
control.
Abyss.
Correct. The demon lords are more than uncontrollable, untempered chaos and power, knowing only slaughter and trickery.
Is there a way to... I know this is stupid before I even ask it, but is there a way to inform them and convince them of such? Or do they not care as long as they have somewhere to rule and destroy?
I would wager they have their own plans if they are smart enough, or are wreaking havoc to their heart's content, if they even had a heart.
That's what
Now,
I'm afraid of.
convincing them. He stops and thinks for a second. No, you may be onto something there. Again, that might not be the worst. Convincing. Yes, something like that. We can... Give me a day or two of looking at the library at my own leisure. I will be quick about it, as I am a quick and fast study. And then... perhaps come with me.
So you're confident that their paths remain to contain the Demon Lord's influence over the Underdark?
Whose path?
Any path, any... You're confident there are ways, paths.
I am confident that if Gromf Bainray can bring forth the demons, demon lords, that I, of greater power, can undo his work, provided the right components, the right place. Everything will have to be just right. And that is what I would need to be researching. I am very confident in my ability.
Alright. Sounds like we'd be allying with you then.
That's fair.
Well, I will be here for a couple of days before I head back to Araj.
We'll do our own research as well.
Of course. Should I leave without speaking to you? The library might be kind enough to you. Point you in the right direction. I wouldn't give you a map, but you could find it regardless. Araj is across the Wim Writhings. I'm sure you made it here. You can cross them just fine. But I will be here for a day, possibly two. if you would like me to seek you out to see if you are ready to join me, or if you would like me to wait. But time is not on our side. Clearly, the invasion is already underway. Well
Kind of
past due.
look to you is, I think we should go with him when he leaves.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Right. We have a force with us as well. We brought from the surface.
A force.
A little militia, if you would.
Oh. They can enter the cavern around Raj. They may not enter the tower. But there is room enough for guests. Well, this has been rather enlightening and fruitful conversation. But my studies are calling. I do not want to leave here without first knowing how to best go about this. I suggest you look into your own findings, then we can compare notes at Raj.
Yes.
Right. That sounds good.
Cleve, let's just go find a book for the evening. Gives you all a nod and one last glance over each of you. Quick, studious glance before walking away. And the first person that you see that has not dissolved or broken away, aside from the elemental, is this man and his Slatty companion, as they are not echoes of the past or future, but are really
Leo.
here in your time.
Like,
As your meeting with the pair comes to a close, that's where we're going to take our little 5-10 minute break.
what?
So I'm sure there's now more questions, as he will do some studying of his own, this Vizarin Devere, into some magics and ways to do what you are asking. So if you guys have things to study, that's up to you guys. You'll have until he's ready. Or he'll go without you either way. But either way, folks, we're going to take our 5-10 here, so stay tuned, stick around. We'll be back in a few minutes.
See y'all shortly.
See you.
See ya.
Alrighty, folks. Well, welcome back. And last we left off, our troop had been scouring for information in the library, finding echoes of the past, mostly of a couple of stone giants from long ago, and seeing visions. One vision saw back, a vision of Loth herself. You sought out where you could find aid, and instead of showing you a vision of where you could find aid, the library itself almost took you to a drow who is here at the exact same time you are. Vizarin Devere, studious, wizardly, and elderly drow, with his frog-like behemoth ally, Cleave, seemingly here for a similar purpose. The mention of Gromf Bainray seemed to infuriate Vizarin to no end. Wanting to undo his magic seemed important to this drow. Wanting to undo Loth spitting, also important to this drow. He said he would research for a couple of days before calling on you to leave for his abode he called Araj, leaving you in the space here. And kind of this, you're in the well of where the stairs and balconies are, overlooking endless levels, dozens of floors below. The ceiling above you glistening with a rainbow coloration of crystals. You would occasionally, as you're in this space, see a rock rolling around, little arms sticking out of it, and legs.
All right, lads. Should we head back to the present and see what the library will show us?
No time like the present.
All right.
Sure.
What question are you looking for, and who's looking?
Just out of curiosity, who's got the highest wisdom out of us? Probably Dusk, right?
Dusk and Fungi.
Just
And Fungi.
want to ask which demons are out there right now.
That's a good question. So we actually have a list of the names.
Maybe where they are. Does that count as 2? Can we double it up?
I don't know.
Ask your question. See what the library says.
Well, what question are you thinking of?
That's what I was saying. Can you tell us where all the demons escaped from or out of the abyss are right now here in the Underdark?
Give me a wisdom check.
Princess. Demon Princess. You got this, man.
17.
He's got
You feel
this.
an inkling as a resonating crystal. You can almost hear it distantly, echoing through the halls. I think you know the way.
No.
Roll me a d20. Re-roll it. Re-roll it. I could just go to the next one. Nah, I like random. Random's always fun.
Just tell us what you want from us.
Okay, I'm gonna ask this question for that one, high or low.
Low.
Okay. As you're wandering through these halls, occasionally you would see another tumbling stone as a Galeb Dur kind of makes its way, probably a bundle of scrolls and tombs under its arm. As you cross paths with that, split second, you would see a young male drow, bandages across his face. He's feeling around with his hands to the walls, touching at the sides here and there.
Are you alright, lad?
What? Who goes there?
I'm Callan Stonesong. Who are you?
I'm Jalen Fino Blodra.
Do you need some help?
Kind of turns towards your voice and blindfold reaches out towards you. Help. For what?
Well, you look a little hurt.
In more ways than one. Who are you?
Can I see if
Yeah, Yezebo,
I remember?
Weller, and anyone who has proficiency in history that like would know drow history can give me a history check. And so use your discretion.
I got proficiency, but I don't think I would know anything about drow.
Fair enough.
He's from the surface, so he probably doesn't know much.
Weller,
I was cloistered.
yeah,
for real.
you would know House Obladra was all but wiped out years ago. Like, murdered by other houses.
Did you say House Obladra?
I did.
Can't be. Stories have been told of your house being annihilated, all but eliminated entirely. How are you here?
A smile crosses over this drow's face. I am here to overcome and seek ways of revenge. House Obladra's no more, you say?
As the stories say.
Do you know what happened to them?
Would Weller know the extent of the stories?
They were brutally murdered.
Only that you all were brutally murdered.
Did they find the culprit?
I'm not sure.
I am here to study your ways that I may see again. If what you say is true, then I will indeed have my revenge. Cast out. Blinded by my own family.
You were blinded by your family?
His expression falls for a moment. Truly loving, don't you think?
Well, loving in the drow way, perhaps.
Are
Hence why.
you not drow?
I am, hence why I'm familiar with their ways.
Oh. And yes. So you understand where I'm coming from.
To a degree, but why?
Why
We're
would
brutal,
I have
yes,
my
but not without
revenge?
cause. No, why were you blinded and cast out by your own family?
Accusations against me. It matters not what happened, only what will. I've
And
heard
you
tale
s-
of figments of the past, figments of the present, and even ghosts of the future wandering these halls. Though I cannot see you, can't help but feel you telling me my own fate. Gives a sliver of hope. You have my
So-
thanks.
Two things happen. Weller walks up to Callan and puts his arm around him, pulling him in close unexplainedly, and then readdresses the drow and says, "You say you seek retribution against your family or the ones that murdered the family?"
The way you're telling it, it would seem I will have my revenge against mine own family, mine own house. Obladra will fall, and that gives me an exquisite pleasure hearing those words.
And I'm like, kind of like Weller's on me. You hear that?
Yeah,
Just
everything's fine. He turns his attention back to the drow. Is there any way for us to know whether we're talking to an echo or someone from the present, other than when they leave us and shatter into a million pieces?
You haven't been able to tell upon first seeing them.
Just ask what year do they think it is?
Yeah, you
What
can,
year
year
is
is it?
yeah, you can ask them what year
What
it
year
is.
is it?
Do we know what year it is?
Yeah, you would know what
Of
year.
course we
I mean,
do.
I suppose we would know. Yeah.
What
I don't
year
mind.
is it?
I might not.
It is 13, I think, 90.
Then what year does he say it is?
Oh, you ask him what year he says it was?
Yeah.
1357.
Mm,
DR, of course.
of course.
Okay.
so we're in 1489. Is that right?
Oh yeah, no, yeah, that is right. Yeah, that sounds
So
about right.
this is like 100 something years
Yeah.
ago.
So anyone with modicum of history would know that that was the time of troubles, when magic was weird.
As opposed to now when magic is weird.
Yeah, magic is
Right,
still weird.
Right. But magic was
Only
weird
down
ever.
But for
Sure.
different reasons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gods walked the earth and stuff, and it was all bad. No one had.
So,
50.
because I'm confused by the years now. So he is from the past. We
yeah,
just
he's from
confirmed.
140
Okay.
years ago.
Okay. Well,
You guys keep rolling
Yeah.
fast.
it seems perhaps you do get your retribution.
Well, thank you for that. Sliver of hope. Hope you find what you're after, though I could not help you. as he goes back to feeling the walls. And he walks away. You don't see him shatter into nothing.
All right. Shall we continue?
Aye.
Yeah.
Leave the way, fungi.
As you feel that door nearby, you're in the hallway of it. As an echo of the present is what you're looking for?
Yeah.
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 So we have a
know
list
which-
running.
Gotcha.
Which demon escaped?
Yes, another archway hangs above a doorway. That would say the present is like sand, ever flowing and escaping one's grasp without mercy or respite.
Good job, Fungi. You've led us in the right direction. Weller will let go of Callan and walk up to Fungi and just kind of put his hands on his shoulders, pat him on the back, and stand there.
As
Roughly
this
touch-
would be a room full of books. Like actual books. Scrolls, papers, stacked easily 30 feet high. Shelves full of them.
Well,
Yes, but wants to read.
yeah, somehow this feels reassuring. We know how to handle books, perhaps better than talking to people sometimes.
Oh, I guess we just start
Lead the way.
out for those nice, easy mental images, just showing us all the info.
As here there is no... There will be the occasional crystal inserted into the wall, illuminating the room, and a couple more just kind of lying about. These immaculate stone shelves filled with tome after tome, scroll after scroll. Looking through them, they're all correspondence. It's almost like actual letters of people sending information. What's interesting is some of the things, some of the pages, some of the papers, some of the notes and envelopes are blank. You might stumble across one or two that are being written in real time. Like you can see the ink on the paper being applied in this moment.
So cool.
But looking on, you would see a handful of books that kind of stick out in your mind, Fungi, from different areas. Some of the tombs look to be written in Elvish, others in Dwarvish, even more. Others are written in Common and Gnomish. But I will also say, if you want to receive a vision, you can still spend or still ask for it. But if you want, if you're looking for specific information, you can absolutely find specific information too.
We
Yeah,
want
maybe
both.
maybe we do a little poking
Read.
around, see what
Yeah.
we uncover, and then do a vision.
Yeah.
Fungi, you
Sounds
seem
good.
to have your eyes on those books over there.
Yeah,
See what
I
we
just
can
say everybody start grabbing, pick
Well,
up
we'll
something
follow.
and see what you can find.
Weller will follow Fungi, kind of like stepping on his feet as he walks behind him. Sorry, flat tire. I apologize.
Hey, Weller, you alright?
Yeah. Yeah.
A little
Of
more
course.
touchy than normal.
Am I?
Why?
Touch it like sensitive?
No, like actual touching.
Oh. All right. I'll keep my hands to myself.
Or your
Well,
feet?
no,
Like, I don't. Why are you so worried about his feet?
no, but like he put his armor on me. He's had his hands on fungi. It's just, it's
All
not
right,
normal for
I'll keep
yeah,
my hands to myself. I apologize. I thought we were all friends here.
we're very friends. I don't mind a,
Friends.
I don't mind a hug, lad. I just saying it's not how you normally go about things. If that's a new thing for you, that's fine. Dwarves like hugs.
I love
I,
hugs.
I mean, I don't necessarily know that I'm looking to hug anyone. I'm just interested, just interested in everything we're finding. Just very engaged. That's all. Why are you being weird? Don't make it weird.
Right. I,
Do you want to be touched more, Colin?
Yeah, I feel like
don't-
good point, Yesibo. I feel like you're projecting, Callan. Like we really need to get to the bottom of this, maybe.
Right. Let's focus on the
As well
task.
as standing next to a guy with his arm around him, like nodding his mushroom head, like his mushroom cap head with Wellers. Like, yeah, Callan, we need to address this.
Uh-huh.
All
Right.
right, maybe later. Back to the books, and then the vision.
Books and vision. Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna approach Isabeau. I don't know if you can do any of that breaking of enchantments, but I don't know even if you can tell.
Tell what? What is going on in your brain, Callan?
Right. You don't notice that Weller's being more touchy-feely than normal.
Weller's a nice person.
Got a
Are you
hammer of
not used to
friendship.
nice people? Like, we built a hammer of friendship just based on a high five. That's his whole
That's
shtick,
not what I
is
meant.
friendship and closeness.
I just walk away. I just grab a book that's in Dwarven, start reading.
Yeah.
I go behind him and try to give him a hug. It's
Weller
okay,
goes
Callan.
and follows Yesibo, falling Callan, and looks over Yes's shoulder to see what Callan's reading.
It's
can't
like
read
this
that
triple hug.
Yeah.
You can read it.
Oh,
It's interesting because
Oh.
you guys, this might be the first time you've all seen different writings in different languages and perfectly understand it. Perfectly.
Yesibo thinks it's really neat that comprehend languages is everywhere.
It's everywhere. It's what you want in a library, is a spell that makes it to where everyone can read and speak and understand every language.
Callan, hold it up. I can't see back here.
all right, lad.
I'm trying to read it. Okay, there we go. Thank you.
I'm on one
says-
shoulder, Weller's on the other shoulder, and we're just like hugging Callan, reading this book
Yep.
together.
And I just got it
It's
up
a
like
book in
this.
Dwarvish. It is reports on two things. Darrow uprisings. And on top of that, like, some Darrow have been seen with multiple heads. And have been put down. Unfortunately, several of these Darrow that have been thrown into the lake to dispose of, or their bodies burned, have had their bodies come back as zombies. As waves, literally waves of undead have started to climb up out of the Dark Lake into Gracklestug.
That wasn't happening last time we were there.
There's also reports of odd music being heard in the streets of Gracklestug here and there. Reports of deep dwarves drinking for fun, for pleasure. There are reports of assassinations with no rhyme or reason throughout the Dwergar society.
That
that
may
one might
have
have
been
been
happening
us.
when we were there.
Yeah, that one was us.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it was us. We weren't playing the music, but remember the bar that
The assassination part.
well,
Oh, you all did some
But we-
assassination work.
well,
the Dark Dwarfs?
listen, okay. We also witnessed some that weren't us, so I don't think it's specific to us. But we did hear that eerie music every time that we were in the tavern, whatever they call it.
Now, I
Weird
wonder.
music and people drinking
it
for
always-
fun and almost kind of reports of some people having a good time, which is weird. They're having a good time by breaking laws and starting fights happily and being happy about it. Like, not that their deep dwarves aren't known to start fights, but even Hemeth, a kind dwarf to deep dwarf to you guys, not really one known to make jokes. You've heard there's reports here of dwarves making jokes. There's reports
They don't-
of thievery and just general
Debauchery.
yeah. There's
So-
reports theorizing that it all stems from the Darrow, but you guys think otherwise.
So, Callan, just to catch you up, when we first arrived in Gracklestug, unless I'm misremembering, in which case someone correct me, we witnessed an assassination that I don't think we ever got to the bottom of, and we were accused and then arrested, and there was weird music playing in the bed and breakfast that we stayed in that we never kind of got to the bottom of. It seemed very off. So this report is accurate to what we experienced and then some. It seems as if things have progressed since we left.
There would be talks about an uprising against the Deep King as well.
What's a
That-
Darrow? I know of the Grey Dwarves, the Druger, but I don't know of any Darrow. What are those?
The best way it would be put it is kind of a dwarf that went completely crazy. That would be the best way I can describe it.
Been in
Oh, so they're
huge-
just Dark Dwarves that went crazy.
Oh,
And-
yeah.
Beyond
guy.
crazy.
Rumpelstiltskin. What was his name? Boopido. He was a Darrow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
He thought he was a
Yeah.
guy.
We've already said his name twice. I'll say it a third time. It may
Oh,
be like
boy.
Beetlejuice. Yeah,
No, don't.
don't,
He's
don't say
totally
it
gonna
again.
come back.
So Darrow are just crazy Dark Dwarves. Got it.
Yeah,
Well-
they kind of like they've stared into the abyss for too long, but not the literal abyss. Like other things have driven them crazy, but yeah, they've like lost their mind.
To the point of murdering other people.
He who shall not be
No.
named
Yeah.
thought that he was a god, and we tracked him down, and there was this whole room of disembodied bodies and parts and blood everywhere, and yeah.
And I would say, Dusk, while you're reading, because they're all reading the same reports of the dwarves and the deep dwarves. Dusk, you would hear tales or read tales and reports of weird mushrooms popping up and dancing myconids in different parts of the Underdark, further away from the other side of the Dark Lake to the east, closer to Oromykos.
Yeah, sounds a little familiar.
And
What's
there-
that, Dusk?
Hey,
What'd you say?
Well, we've encountered the dancing myconids before.
Weller will walk over to Dusk and stand shoulder to shoulder and kind of peek at what he's reading. Oh,
Dusk
those are the.
will turn his head slowly and look at Weller. And
Weller
just
will-
stare.
Match his gaze. They just smile. The dancing myconids. That happened when I was trapped in the amulet, right? You all told me about them.
Yes.
You've got really pretty eyes. I don't think I've ever told you that.
Dusk considers which pressure point would be needed to fix this problem. He first thinks a swift knee to the groin would probably resolve it short term, but then he just looks away. And he said, yes, if I recall, they said they were on some sort of journey, that they were on some sort of dance of the dream, and they were looking or dancing for some her. Do any of these demon lords identify as female?
Do you think that would have been for some
Other than your new friend, Weller?
Zuktmoy is the only one.
And there is a connection there already with the myconids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it sounds
So,
like
in other words,
there are tales of them heading east of the Dark Lake.
Which would have been towards the direction of Neverlight Grove?
It's the opposite direction of where you guys went to get here.
the
It's-
sort of supposed location of the body.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So it was like a bachelorette party.
Wow.
They were dancing their way down the strip to
Like odd traveling troupe of myconids invited us to a party the other day. That was weird.
So we know that this wedding will affect whatever this large fungal entity is that reaches all the way to the surface.
Or Mycos.
It might be time to finally deal with that. I hope everyone has selected a wedding present.
Nax.
I
Cut
would
whatever
I
is
would
half.
say there would also be reports of shortly after those dancing visitations that in the areas where these dancing myconids had been seen, like leaving a trail of sludge and ooze.
Almost like a pudding.
Be reports of like gray oozes popping up here and there, closer to Menzo Berenzin, like south of Menzo.
Well, I agree. It seems like we've put off the inevitable long enough. It's all things are drawing us back there, aren't they?
Not been.
And just so you are aware, and Dusk will look at Weller, I do not slow dance at weddings.
I didn't want to dance with you. Why is everyone being so weird?
I don't.
Right, so we're supposed to get a vision, lads, and us. Right? There's a vision?
Want
Well,
a
what's
vision?
the question?
Well, I'd like to see what the library wants to show
Ooh.
us. And then we have our question about the demon princess. Which ones? So we have names.
That was your question.
I
I mean, that
think
wasn't like
it's
your question you asked from the stone, but that's what brought you here.
Right.
But you can also ask for a vision anywhere.
Yeah, Casmus would hold a crystal up and see what the library is going to show them.
Looking for a random thing of the present.
Yep, whatever the library wants to show us for the present.
Weller would
Related
walk up to
to-
Casmus holding the crystal and stand across from him on the other side, like peering through the crystal to him.
As it starts to reverberate, both of your view of each other gets a little blurry. As Casmus, roll me a d4.
4.
Okay. As a quick crackle of noise, the floor gives way to stone, ever expanding darkness. See flashes of light, beams of a beholder. Nearby, you see a hunched, massive, rotting creature with the head of a fiendish hyena, swinging a triple-headed flail at this beholder, crushing it in one blow. As the eye tyrant falls to the floor, you hear the yipping and barking of hyenas as they leap onto the corpse, tearing off its eye stalks while the demon lord licks the gore with his weapon. Pleasure. And you all feel in this moment that pleasure. That creature, this hunched, rotting hyena creature with flail, is feeling in this moment. As the hyenas feed, one by one, their bodies would slump over. The cracking of bones and the tearing of fur and skin and flesh as they transform into slavering, cackling gnolls. Almost looking up to this massive gnoll-like creature with some sort of reverence or guidance or a little bit of cowering. As you would see, hear the barking as the vision starts to fade. That yipping of the gnolls, hyenas, and a low growl from this creature, whose name is embedded into your brains, into your very thought. Yeenoghu.
As the vision fades, I cast prestidigitation on myself. I feel sullen and unclean I go around and cast prestidigitation on
The
everybody.
smell of blood still fills the air, regardless of your prestidigitation.
Right, so that's where gnolls come from. That makes sense. Just
Yeah.
always curious where they showed up from. Well, that's another demon prince. I guess we should ask what the other ones are.
I would say, Weller, you recognize that face. That hyena-looking, smiling, near skeletal, rotten face. A couple months ago, when you encountered some gnolls in passing, seemingly on a hunt of some hook horrors, you saw a siphon of blood as a face and laughter was heard and seen in this pillar of blood in this darkened cavern filled with dead hyenas and gnolls.
Oh, is that the Blood Zordon?
The Blood Zordon.
The Blood Zordon!
Was Enogu.
Oh. I've seen that face.
You did?
Yeah. You remember back when Malachar was with us? Back when I think
When
just
we
about
first.
everyone had fallen.
Topsy-turvy.
Yeah, it was months ago at this point.
Right, when you said you saw thing in the blood, I remember that, but
Yeah, there was a face in the blood. It was the same face as that gnoll.
Enogu, so
That's who they were trying to summon?
I would track.
That was session 5, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a
Yeah,
lot.
I didn't remember any of that until I was
That's
like, wait, Blood
That's
Zordon?
like 82 sessions ago.
Yeah, that's how I remember that.
long
Blood Zordon,
Yep.
session 5.
Vortex of blood.
ago. Right.
And session 6 is where you heard the laughter. But yeah.
Where? So we could ask which demon are currently out of the abyss.
Yeah, that
Where?
that would be present.
I mean,
Yeah.
That
Or
would
if we
be
can
two-
ask who and where, so we can.
That would be 2 questions.
Show us all demons who show us where all demons who are currently out of the abyss reside.
Oh, wow.
Then maybe
That's
we
fine,
can
that's-
try and figure out who they are with these books. We just have their pictures. Try and-
Yeah, there are actual, like, tombs you can read and, like, try and find out other things about things. Like, you might be able to find out who Grast is. Things like that.
I guess we should put the modifier of the Underdark. There may be demons from the abyss elsewhere
Absolutely.
out in the
there are.
world that we
Yeah.
don't need to see.
They're
So
Yeah.
everywhere. Demons are everywhere.
yeah, can you show us the demons that
Princes.
are released and currently reside
princes.
in the Underdark?
And or
Demon
lords.
princes. And lords, yeah.
Can you show us the demon princes and or lords that have been released and currently reside in the Underdark?
In the Underdark.
Does that work for everyone?
That works perfectly fine.
Double.
That's
No,
why
wait.
I asked the question.
Casting a wish spell.
Yeah, be careful. Wait. Would you please?
Yeah.
So-
Okay. Yeah.
Right, because you say
So we don't
can't.
get a
And
yes.
next thing you get a vision in your
All
head.
right. Good point.
Yes.
Good point. Yeah. All right. We don't want a monkey paw situation.
Yeah. All right, then I would ask that question to the crystal.
Perfectly formatted.
Yeah.
So what's the question?
Would you please show us the all the demon prince and or lords and where they are that escaped from the abyss.
In the Underdark.
So far.
Currently in the Underdark.
Roll me a d4, and I'm gonna turn a 4 into a 3.
Two.
Okay. As the flickering of the ceiling turns dim and green. Pale light in the heart of an alien cavern, glistening with slime. As you look to each other, you each have tentacles for a face. You're all mind flayers. Scores around of mind flayers. You're one of them, gathering around an enormous brain resting in a pool. You don't feel a connection to this brain. You don't know what that means, but you know it's wrong. The brain is dead. Incomprehensible thoughts are drifting into your own thoughts. Thoughts of mourning, the passing of this brain. This giant brain. One word echoes louder than the others. Cyrog. As this greenish slime rests on the cavern walls, it suddenly pulsates with purplish light as it swirls, almost shining a black light on everything. Bathes the dark and twisted hall that you're in this purplish, dim light. A rift opens. There's this swirl. A hulking, horned figure, reeking of putrescence, steps out of it. Bat-like fetid wings. Raising a skull-tipped wand, points it at the dead elder brain. The elder brain begins to pulsate. You see intermittent flashes of purple light under its rotting flesh. You feel a tremble within yourselves. The mind flayers around you, all aghast. As you hear the voice of the brain speaking to you and to them. A simple thought. Orcus has saved Cyrog. Follow me into undeath. As this hulking form dips back into the swirling portal from whence it came. Murmurs break out in telekinetic thought amongst this group of illithids. Orcus, Cyrog, undeath. They're on a new path now. This alien community of mind flayers. As the light begins to fade and re-brighten into this library space once more. You all feel a little nauseous You all feel cold, as if a breeze wafts over the room. The stench of death is strong. And there is indeed a small breeze flitting across the room, cool. You see pages start to turn on books that are laying open on shelves and rustling. As you look at each other and you are back to yourselves, no longer mind flayers. As Orcus has revived Cyrog, whatever that means.
Prestidigitation.
Anyone have any idea what in the hell that was all about?
No, but I feel even worse. Prestidigitation again.
I would say in this vision you get a, even though it's like, wait, what the fuck was going on there? What is this? You, for some reason, have an understanding. Orcus, the demon lord, rebirthed an elder brain, the linking consciousness of a mind flayer colony, a community of mind flayers, all connected by this same psychic leash tethered to this elder brain, rebirthed this thing in undeath, and is asking these mind flayers under Cyrog to join it in undeath with
That
Orcus.
seems terrible.
Yeah, that's like
Perhaps we should link back up with Grazilax and see if this has any meaning to him. Not saying we have to stop right now, just before we move to the future.
Is Grazilax here already? I thought we just saw a vision of the past.
Well, he was going to meet us here. I don't know how many days have passed, but he said he would meet us here.
No days have passed. Since you've been at the library, you've been here for maybe 5 hours. And it feels like a long time.
We probably should get some rest and continue.
Seems like a lot to process for
Yeah.
a lifetime, let alone 5 hours.
It was
And we
after
still
a
haven't-
full day of walking, so you guys are definitely tired.
And we still haven't met with the keepers of this
You have not.
great library.
You have not met any of the librarians.
So perhaps we go back to our party and
Again, yeah.
go back to our own rooms for some rest and meet with them. And then hopefully Grazilax will have caught up by then. We can share with him what we've seen before venturing into the future.
Meet with our new mage friend in a few days.
I
Weller
agree with
gets
that.
right up to Casmus, like nose to nose. It's like, agreed. It's a good plan.
As you say that, you would see the large form of a stone giant walk in here not leisurely, kind of, but not even really acknowledging that you guys are there. Donned in a large draping robe with gold and white features, holding a handful of books and scrolls under his arm, And you can see Galeb Dur following behind, rolling, also with bundles. He just starts to kind of look through the books and start placing things and reorganizing. Smooth stone skin, just kind of like he knows exactly where everything is and is just placing things on the shelves here and there.
Well met. I'm Callan Stonesong. Are you one of the librarians?
I am Hermas. I am the keeper of the present. And you are guests at the Library of Graven Hollow. Gives a nod.
I thank you for receiving us.
Yes. I do apologize. The present is always busy and bustling. I hope you are enjoying your stay at Graven Hollow.
It's been very informative.
He just nods. Is there anything I can help you find? Or anything the servants may help you find? Please, just ask. We are here to dutifully help and assist.
Do you have any updates on the demon incursion of the Underdark?
Ah, yes. Unfortunately, news keeps coming in about such events. My reports from mystics, elemental servitors, and, well, others keep bringing news of these demon lords here. It is not something good. Might you have any further news that is not recorded here? If so, I can provide you with my full, undivided attention.
Do you know everything that's going on in the library? Like, everything we see, do you already know it? Like Inogo, do you know of him?
Ah, the demon lord of gnolls and hyena kind, I believe, slaughtering and hunting and killing for pleasure. No, I do not know everything that goes on within these halls when they happen. I am not omniscient, nor is the library. It has limits. As do I. I am immortal, such as yourself, though long-lived.
Do you know if the Orcus bringing back a giant brain known as Cyrog?
Yes, I put that report in about 10 days ago. Seems unfortunate, but it is the happenings.
We gotta act fast.
The news keeps getting more and more dire. I have yet to discuss this with Ustova and what this means for the future. No,
Well,
she's mostly meditating in these times.
hopefully, the future can still change. That's what we're trying to do.
Oh, yes. There is nothing definite in the future. Oftentimes, there is nothing definite in the past either. Yet those are not my specialties. I rely on information of the present, reports being brought in, scribes doing their best.
Do you know the fate of Farzerblurb?
No. I do have a report somewhere that he had entered this realm a couple of months ago.
He was defeated, not necessarily banished back, but he was defeated. We defeated him.
He
And
quickly
Gato Grove.
reaches over to a blank paper and starts moving his fingers over it as scripture starts writing. I would be more than happy to hear any and all details of this tale you are to tell, as so long as it is truthful.
We can do that, but we might need some rest. We've been walking a long time, and we spent quite some time
Of
reading
course, I can show you
over
to
the
some
library.
quarters if you are willing to share this bit of information with me. I would be most pleased.
Definitely will.
Yes.
Aye. We were at a meeting between the Zents and the Drow of Mental Dearth.
Dareth,
Ah.
yes, okay.
One of the gargoyles had gone missing. And apparently had fallen in love with a drow there when she attacked a beholder. In the ensuing battle that happened, this demonic gargoyle appeared, seeming almost like through illusions.
Intriguing. I take it this was Frazer Blue.
Yes,
I
he was
After-
inside of a crystal.
Ah, yes, that is how he came to be. Of course.
That every faction was apparently trying to get their hands on it.
he's causing great madness in the city.
And how did his
During that-
tenure end?
We broke the crystal and defeated him. But
Oh, you
again,
did?
he was not banished per se back to the abyss. We're not sure of his current whereabouts.
And
I
I
see. Is missing. Well, any details you can fill me in on the battle will be helpful. And he'll walk you essentially to some rooms that are already prepared for you. And they have anything and everything you guys would need, not want, but need for your stay here to be comfortable. Food would already be present. There would be a few bottles of ale and wine. It's interesting because there are those creature comforts, but it's nothing's in excess. There would even be books already present at each of your nightstands. Beds laid out for each of you in whatever fashion and size you need. One guy would, I don't know what your bedroom would look like to fit your needs, but maybe a small grove of mushrooms
Ooh.
is like just kind of like a bed of mushrooms. Not that you have to lay on it, you can join them. As yes, there is a giant litter box for dusk.
Yeah.
I had one of these things. They're not that great.
But as Urmas, shit, there's three of them. Then all three of their names sound like identical.
Yeah, Urmas is what I wrote.
Yeah.
past, present, and future.
Yeah.
Keeper reached. Okay.
Yeah,
I'd probably-
Urmas. Ulthar is the keeper of the past. He will tell you. And Estova, he did mention, is the keeper of the future, mostly meditating. But as he takes you to your rooms and gets as many details as you're willing to share,
All of them.
he will thank you profusely, tell you to seek him out, so he could assist you in finding what you need to return the favor when you get your rest. And it's weird because you're all different rooms, but they're all connected to your retinue's rooms. There's like doors, even though they're not on the same level, even though they're not like next to each other necessarily, they are somehow still connected. As your retinue is spending this time of leisure, well needed, resting and recuperation. And yeah. That is where we will end tonight, as you guys do get your rest on in the library of Graven Hollow. Many questions answered, and quite a few more to have. So, thank you so much for joining us, folks, and stay tuned with us next week, as maybe we uncover more secrets of Graven Hollow. And who knows, beyond. But again, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.
Thanks, Twitch.
Good night, everybody.
Bye,
Thank you.
Internet.
Boy.